Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've been fighting this thing ever since last Monday with fuel system problems, fuel pump problems. I ordered a new fuel pump. It hasn't come in yet. I ordered a new filter. It's coming with the fuel pump. It hasn't come in yet. So in the meantime, I tried to get the carburetor problem straightened out, and I ran into all kinds of goofy problems with that. What I thought was the problem with that electric solenoid on the bottom of the fuel bowl. This is the fuel bowl. That's the little switch. Now that was part of the problem, but that wasn't all the problem. But what happened when I took it apart, I took the fuel bowl off, and I was real careful because I figured it was going to be full of fuel. Well, it didn't have any fuel in it. So what I found was this through here, the inlet for the bowl, I couldn't blow air through there. So I thought, well, crap. So I could blow carburetor cleaner. I shot it with carburetor cleaner, and I've got an air compressor. I blew air through it both ways, and I thought, well, I don't understand that. And I tried to blow through it with my mouth, and I couldn't get anything to go through it. So I was getting really frustrated with it. So the inlet seat, I actually drilled it out about 1/1000th of an inch. I know that's not very much, but that's what I did. Sounds like a dumb thing to do, and it probably was, but anyway, that's what I did. So then I sprayed carburetor cleaner through it to wash out any cuttings that may have been in there. And after I did that, then I could blow through it, which makes absolutely no sense at all. I should have been able to blow through it regardless. But anyway, I think if there was any stuff in there blocking the flow of gas to the carburetor, I think I got that taken care of. I don't know for sure, but anyway, I had to change the alternator, this piece right here. And now that's not one for this engine, but I took it off of another Briggs and Stratton engine, and the difference is this one did not have the engine that this came off of. It didn't have a voltage regulator. This one does have a voltage regulator. That's this piece right here. This right here, from the old alternator, it had two wires, and they had a connector, and it plugged into this one. Well, what I've done, and then this one was plugged in. Well, this is from this alternator. But anyway, this wire here, I put the tape on there because it rubs against that, and I didn't want it to wear a hole in it, so I put some duct tape on it. Anyway, this is the DC wire, and it comes around and it goes through all this wiring mess down here and then back to the battery, and that's what charges it. So that's just the 12 volt. So this is the 12 volt on this one, and this piece right here, that's a diode. And it's a one-way diode that allows power to go to the battery, but not from the battery back to the alternator, because if it went back to the alternator, it would burn it up, because it's not supposed to have power. You know, you shut it off, then it's not supposed to have any power coming back. And if you delete that, it would charge while it's running, but the problem would be when you shut it off, the power coming back would burn up the alternator. So you don't want to have that. But anyway, again, while I'm waiting on the new fuel filter and the new fuel pump, I pressure washed everything, and I don't know if anybody's seen any of the other ones, but this thing was really nasty looking, and it's considerably cleaner now. I had mud daubers all over the place in here. It doesn't look like it came very clean, but that's a lot cleaner than it was, and I'm happy with that. Anyway, I'm going to put the flywheel back on. Here's my flywheel over here. This is the flywheel, of course, and there's the keyway for the flywheel. These two screws hold the fan on top of the flywheel, and then that there, of course, goes on top of the other bracket, the other piece shroud that goes on top of it. Anyway, so I'm going to put this back on, and I'll show you the bottom side of this in case you've never seen the bottom of one of these. This right here, these things right here, they're magnets, And as the flywheel spins around the stator of sorts, it generates electricity, and then the electricity comes through here. I'm bypassing the voltage regulator because the other one didn't have a voltage regulator. I was just using the hot wire to the battery. And of course, like I said, it's got the diode, so the power can't go backwards. But anyway, that should, if all the rest of the wiring is okay, that should work just fine. So anyway, but I just thought I'd show you what the bottom side of this flywheel looks like. And that's how it generates electricity, is by these magnets going past. And this thing was really nasty underside. And I got this all nice and clean. It doesn't look good, I know, but it's a lot cleaner and it should work the way it is. Well, as soon as I get this thing back together, I'll try to start it and we'll see what happens. Thank you. Thank you for watching.